was the world like before Isaac Newton discovered gravity? Was everything just floating up to the sky?
Well, gravity was always there. So it
But
just
he just took the credit for it.
Right. Is there a dream guest? Is there someone you'd like to interview as Cunk that you haven't had a chance to interview yet?
Elon Musk.
Oh.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
That would be
Ask him
fun.
about his rocket.
Diane Morgan turns into Philomena Cunk, and suddenly no expert is safe, because you never know what completely unhinged question is coming next.
I'm not quite sure if Father Christmas is rich.
I don't think he is.
How did he get all the presents in, like, lots of times?
I think he just shoplifts.
Okay.
And learned too late they grieved it on its way.
If what Diane Morgan said about her ex is true, you might want to think twice before asking her out.
I once dumped a boyfriend because I didn't like the way he fell down the stairs.
David's team. How often had you been pushing him down the stairs?
I just hid his wheelchair.
Only Philomena Cunk could ask the dumbest question imaginable with this much confidence.
What was the Soviet Union?
Well, I think you're labouring under a misapprehension, and you probably mean the Soviet Union.
No, it's onion. I saw it on a bit of paper earlier.
Well, that's probably been misspelt, or you can't read very well. But I think that you mean, in historical terms, the Soviet Union, or the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
I don't want to be rude, but I think you're mansplaining a bit. Can we stick to the topic of the Soviet Union, please?
OK.
Cunk wasn't Diane Morgan's first time making people lose it. She'd been doing stand-up for years.
I never understand it why when someone dies they say, oh, he's gone to a better place. You must have had a fairly awful life if you think that 6 foot underground is a better place. Yeah, he's gone to a better place. Because before, he was trapped upside down in a well.
So am I right in thinking that this might prove the existence of chakras within the human body?
No.
You're not interested in chakras?
No. In the same way I'm not interested in ghosts.
But my Aunt Carol, she can sense chakras in someone's body. And she doesn't need any machines.
And comedy wasn't even her only gig. Diane Morgan had a bunch of completely random jobs before making it.
What non-comedy related jobs have you had, and how have they impacted your comedic work? I was a dental nurse. I accidentally knocked someone's tooth out. It's all good stuff that you can use.
How long Bagel's whiskers are and eyelashes?
Yeah, I love it when they get puffy here. You know, that puffy cheeks. Oh, you're not allowed to say that anymore. Was there ever a plan to give out free crisps?
I don't think they've ever given out or thought about giving out free crisps. Although I quite like crisps.
I love crisps.
I don't think many people would argue that you can't have a decent life without free crisps.
I think I'd kill myself if I couldn't have crisps.
There's only one thing Diane Morgan hates about Googling herself.
There's one, did you see when you Google Diane Morgan,
Yeah.
click on images, you scroll down, there's a woman just in bed with her arse out. Really close to my photos as well. Oh, it's awful. Might contact her and tell her to remove it.
Diane Morgan randomly farting while keeping a completely straight face might be the most Philomena Cunk thing she's ever done.
Rage. Rage against the dying of the light. What is a building?
A building is anything that anyone has built.
So my shoes are a building.
Diane Morgan had to shoot in the middle of a lake, and the crew gave everyone one very important warning beforehand.
Crew said to us, before we go out there, make sure that you've been to the toilet, because once we're out there in the middle of this lake, you're not coming back for hours. So make sure you've been to the toilet. And I was terrified because my bladder is the size of a walnut. I went on Amazon and I bought some adult nappies because I was so scared. I went and I bought some adult nappies and I thought I was getting a pack of 12, but in fact, I got a box of 500.
Diane Morgan literally rolled down a hill just to make the interview more entertaining.
yeah. I mean, there was one that I rolled down a hill at one point. Which, I was at the top of a sand dune, and I thought, I didn't tell anyone I was going to do it. I just thought, this is going to be quite boring, me walking down a sand dune. So I'm just going to fall over. No one came to help me. I was rolling. Just kept rolling, and they were just filming. My mate Paul did a 30-mile sponsored walk to Harrogate dressed as Spider-Man for Help for Heroes. And on the day, he had terrible diarrhoea, but he soldiered on. And it was one of the most noble but disgusting things I've ever seen. Eventually, the organisers had to intervene, but he raised £368. You know, the Crusaders never did that, did they?
No.
Diane Morgan revealed what it's actually like behind the scenes of Philomena Cunk.
Because it's really long days when we're filming, a lot of the time, you know, people say to me, oh, it must be so much fun doing Cunk. But you look out at the crew and they're like this.
And,
so it's nice to hear people laughing. Yeah, we slipped through the net at the BBC, but they didn't want our TV pilot, though. They turned it down after 3 years.
Did they?
3 years they kept us waiting. And then they went, nah.
Diane Morgan revealed exactly what Philomena Cunk would do if she ever ran into Donald Trump.
What do you think Philomena Cunk would make of Donald Trump?
She probably likes his wife's dresses. I don't know.
Let's just say Diane Morgan is not a fan of magicians.
I went to a restaurant and there was one that was going between the tables, between courses, and showing you a card trick. And then he'd finish the card trick and he'd wait. And you can't just go. You've got to go, oh, that was good. How did you do that? So you feel like they're getting more out of this than you are.
Diane Morgan's worst audition ever was for an ad, and the story is painfully awkward.
You had to sing a reggae song to a frozen chicken, and I can't sing. And the only reggae song I know is there's a rat in my kitchen. What am I going to do? I'm going to kill that rat. So that's the only line I know as well, so I had to just keep repeating that to a panel of 6 people who just sat in silence. So is this one of the few examples of a silent painting?
All paintings are silent.
If Edvard Munch knew we wouldn't be able to hear it, why didn't he wait till this bloke's mouth was closed before painting him? It's just annoying. Wheat-free pesto, reggae enchilada and jerk tuna, along with 35 other delicious flavours.
Diane Morgan can say the most ridiculous things without showing a single emotion.
So, Diane, how happy were you to be involved in this?
Oh, I was ecstatic.
Good, yeah. Okay, great.
According to Diane Morgan, this is what British comedy says about British people.
What do you think British comedy says about British people? It says that we're quite downbeat. We haven't got any confidence. I mean, we're constantly taking the piss, aren't we? In a way that other countries don't tend to. Do a cat wink to a cat and the cat will wink back.
No, that's
Try
not
it.
true.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
If you wink to a cat, it'll wink back.
If if it's your cat, I think if you just do one to any in the street, they won't do it. But if it's your cat, just wink at your cat. That's all I'm saying. Give it a go.
Has this actually happened to you in real life?
Did it all the time. Chickens into turkeys.
Turkey and chicken are 2 separate birds.
You're joking me?
No.
Just when you think Diane Morgan's resume can't get any more random, somehow it does.
Tons of terrible jobs. Yeah.
Like what?
I think the worst one was packing worming tablets. In a factory for 10 hours a day. You weren't allowed to sit down and you weren't allowed to talk.
People always say if a girl who was murdered was pretty, as if it's more of a loss. You notice that? Oh, she's such a pretty girl too, you know. They never say, fortunately, she was an absolute moose.
Diane Morgan revealed where she'd like to see her Motherland character go in season 4.
I don't know. I know as the single character, they always try and force you into sort of relationship storylines, but I think it's nice sometimes to have storylines that are not about romance, just because you're single, you know. There are other things that can happen to you. Maybe she should rob a bank or something. I think what you've got to realise, if you want to be an actor, is that you're always going to have horrific auditions. You just will. You'll always have auditions where you come out thinking, oh my God, I wish I hadn't said it like that, or you'll realise how you should have read once you come out. I think you've got to get used to being humiliated.